Hey, this is Ryan Hutchins again with Peak Business Valuation, and we are going to chat about financial projections and why financial projections are important. So, if you're buying a business, you ultimately need to understand the historical financials of the company. However, you need to also look out into the distance and understand kind of where the business is heading. Where are you taking this company? And so financial projections help you project revenue and the associated expenses with that revenue. And if you get even more granular, you can come up with a sweet Excel model to show why those financial projections are plausible, because most financial projections aren't. So in a previous life, I used to work at a business valuation firm that specialized in what was known as 409A valuation, so the pricing of stock options. And we would perform business valuations primarily for tech companies, because tech companies love stock options as a way of providing deferred compensation to employees so that they could pay them less and give them these paper certificates of stock options, knowing that if the business succeeds, awesome. If it doesn't, those stock options are worth nothing. And so we worked with tech companies all the time that provided us projections that went from like 7 million in profit to 100 million in 5 years. And it's like, wait a second, how is that possible? Where's the laid out detailed format? How is all this revenue being generated? Where are you getting clients? What's your calc? Like all these different KPIs. We wanted to dig into those. And those mean nothing at the end of the day, unless you have something to base it off of to build your financial projections. That's why when you're buying a small business, you should think of the cash flow and the revenue being generated by that business as going to be similar to the historical financial operations of the business before you start implementing and making changes. So I own a plumbing company, and when we bought that plumbing company, it was doing roughly $2 million in revenue and about $700,000 in profitability to the owner that we bought the business from. When we took over the company in year one, I had projected and scaled out that based off of historical growth, we should expect about a 10 to 15% increase in revenue. Was that the case? No. Instead, we saw revenue decline by 12%, and therefore cash flow declined. And to make matters worse, we had interest on our loan go from 6% to 11.5%. And so by that increase in interest, it decreased our profitability further. And now we're at a place now where this year we're on target to do $2.5 million in revenue. So that's a 25% increase from where we were at originally when we bought the business. So, like projections, just know that those projections, like they can be achievable, but in all honesty, every piece and all the projections that we look at are ultimately wrong. Because for my own business at Peak Business Valuation, I set a revenue target every single year. And it's like, this is what I'm going to hit. But halfway through the year, I'm like, wait a second, like I'm on track to do this. So let's stretch our goal and do this. And so projections, you just got to be very careful about how you put together your projections and understanding that it has to be reasonable, that there has to be logic and justification behind why you are projecting this amount in revenue. This amount is going to decrease in our expenses. Like everything needs to be laid out and you got to think through it. You can't just willy-nilly put it together. And if you do try to put it together quickly, it should look very similar to historical financials. So the reason why I bring this up, why financial projections are so important when buying a business, is because we put together financial projections for individuals buying businesses, because most individuals aren't financially savvy. And so putting together financial projections that are based on logic and justification is important. And so we do that for individuals looking to buy a business. If you're looking to sell a business, financial projections are not as important. unless you're trying to get across to your buyer why revenue is going to continue to increase and why expenses are going to continue either staying stagnant or decreasing, because fixed is much higher than variable. And so as fixed kind of stays there, variable we know how to calculate. So therefore our profit margins are going to increase. You as a seller want to present that to the buyer. You want to use it as a way to negotiate for a higher price. You want to use it as a way to justify a higher value for the business, because everything is laid out and systematically planned. So if you have questions about financial projections, putting together financial projections, and kind of using those financial projections to buy a business, sell a business, build your company, obtain a loan like an SBA loan, reach out to Peak Business Valuation. Again, my name is Ryan Hutchins. You can give us a call at 435-359-2684, or feel free to go to our website, Peak, P-E-A-K, businessvaluation.com, and I'm pretty sure my team will put something in the comment section or the show notes, and we look forward to chatting with you. So hope you have a great day. Financial projections are fun and they can be very complicated, but they shouldn't be complicated. They should be logical, reasonable, and systematic. So look forward to chatting with you. Bye.